what's up, y'all boys? Just wanted to make a quick video regarding nutrition and my framework around nutrition because honestly, I've tried every single style of eating. I've tried animal-based, I've tried carnivore, lion diet, keto, Mediterranean, paleo, whole foods. I've tried every single diet that's out there besides vegan because I'll never try that. I'll never give up meat because I'm not a rabbit and I don't eat greens for the most part, and I'm just not on board with that whole vegan propaganda. I think it's all garbage BS, so don't fall for the propaganda. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about today was nutrition, obviously, and training, being healthy, stuff like that. So number one, first thing on my mind is, what should you not eat? I think 95% of the time you should avoid seed oils. You should avoid ultra-processed garbage food that's been manufactured in a lab by a team of scientists to get you as addicted and hooked as possible so that they can make the most amount of money as possible off of you. So once you start to understand that processed garbage junk food, pop, cookies, cakes, ice creams, brownies, those are all drugs. Sugar is a drug. It's a very addictive, deadly drug. That's why all these diseases exist today. All these foods are less than 100 years old, and all these diseases that people get are less than 100 years old. So if you make that correlation, you understand that sugar might not be the 100% cause of those things, but it definitely is a huge factor in the game. So that would be my first piece of advice: is stop eating junk food. Stop drinking pop. Like it is hard because these things are addictive and they have a hold on people's lives. So I get that. It is very hard. I have a hard time resisting them sometimes. But now that I'm 21 days into carnivore, my desire, I've given up all fruit and veggies, not just processed food. I haven't had any processed. I might have had a little over Christmas, but it's been over a month. So, my desire personally for processed food is just below zero. It's in the negatives, bro. And that's what happens when you start to eat real food. So my best piece of advice, number one, is to cut out all junk food, all processed food, because those things aren't serving you. On very rare occasion, if you want to have some, maybe 5 times a year, then okay, have some. You worked super, super hard for 8 weeks, bam, sweet treat, heck yeah. But like, to reward yourself at the end of every single week with a big old piece of cake or this and that, that's fine. But if you want to be as healthy as you can, and you want to increase the quality of your life, and you don't want to be addicted, because you can still have a high quality of life and be eating those things, but at the end of the day, I think if you're eating them on a very consistent basis, it shows that you're addicted. It shows that you have an addiction to those things because you're doing them consistently, which means that they're a habit. You have a habit of cheating on your diet. So I would say stick to your diet very clean 99% of the time. And on rare occasion, slip up, have a cheat meal, go out to restaurants, have a date night, whatever. That's fine. Have a drink of alcohol, that's fine. But to be doing those things on a consistent basis is just sabotaging your life. It's sabotaging your goals, especially if you want to get in the best shape as possible, have the highest quality of life, and be as healthy as you can. So, we covered what not to eat. What should you eat? Well, you should eat a single ingredient whole food diet only. You should be eating foods, and if you can kill it, pick it, or pull it. So that would be animal products. It would be fruits and veggies, maybe some nuts and seeds if you can handle it, maybe some whole grains if you can handle it. But I don't tolerate those, so I don't do those. Right now I'm doing carnivore, but when I'm not doing carnivore, I stick to a strict whole foods diet 99% of the time. That's going to be high quality red meat, high quality chicken, high quality eggs, high quality pork, high quality fish. Buy the highest quality meat that you can afford. If you can't afford the high quality meat, at at least just buy the meat, buy the white eggs, buy the normal red meat, buy the normal chicken. It's going to be fine. You're going to be healthier than 99% of other people because you are eating real food. Even if those animals were fed a horrible diet, you are eating real food versus the person that is eating a Snickers bar that's freaking 40 years old with 50 ingredients. Some of the ingredients are banned in Europe because they're so toxic, and that is just a relatively new food. But real food is not new. So, I've covered what not to eat. I've covered what to eat. You should eat a whole foods diet. Experiment. Start with a whole foods diet, single ingredient foods only, and then cut the veggies just to see how you feel. Experiment. Be your own scientist. Cut the veggies. Do meat and fruit only. Question yourself. Do I feel better? Do I feel worse? Do I feel the same? Cut the fruit. Experiment more. Do a ketogenic diet with a little bit of fruit. Keep the fruit in. Do a carnivore diet with no fruit. Do a lion diet with red meat only. Experiment and see how you feel best, because no one is going to be able to give you the answers. No one's going to be able to give you the answer to how you feel best. You just have to experiment, because every individual is so much different, which I think is very weird, because if you look around at the animal kingdom, every single animal eats the same exact diet. They don't think about what to eat. They just eat. They follow their parents around and they eat what their parents eat. The lions don't think about eating meat. They just eat the meat. But humans are so smart that we've actually become very dumb. And we've got all these people thinking about, no, we're vegans because of this. And no, we're carnivores because of this. No, we're whole foods because of this. You've got people all over the place saying a million different things about nutrition and diet, which I think makes human beings extremely ignorant and stupid. I think if you look at cave paintings, you should see, okay, we hunted animals because there are cave paintings of people killing animals. So one thing we know for sure is that we ate meat. So you should eat meat and base everything around high quality meat. Everything else is like a supplement. If you want to do fruits and veg and you feel amazing doing it, great. If you don't feel amazing doing it, cut it out. You'll be just fine. There's way too much misinformation online regarding carnivore and you can't live, you'll die, you'll get heart. Disregard all that stuff. Do what you feel best. Do what feels right to you. It's going to be a very individual thing. Unfortunately, there's no one size fits all, even though I think there is. I think everybody on Earth could do a very similar to a carnivore diet. Maybe include a little bit of plant food, but everybody's bodies are so wrecked and adapted to eating processed garbage and sugar and hundreds of grams of carbohydrates every single day. So it's just not realistic at this point. Everybody's so adapted to different things. But yeah, we covered what not to eat, what to eat, what should you eat for training and performance in the gym. I would eat a little bit more carbs. I would personally stick to eating carbohydrates only around training times. Maybe eat some carbs pre-workout, post-workout. That's what I would do. You don't have to follow that advice, but I would not be slamming hundreds and hundreds of grams of carbohydrates down your neck every single day. It's only going to create problems, create insulin resistance. You're spiking your blood sugar and insulin way too much. You don't need to be doing that. It's not a healthy and natural thing to do. So unless you're trying to be Mr. Olympia or Mr. Pro, Mr. Pro athlete, I wouldn't even worry about that. Even at that stage, I don't think you need to do that. But those guys take it really serious, so they go to extreme measures. They go to serious measures. So, for training, I would base my carbohydrate consumption, which for me, I would stick to berries, fruit, low glycemic fruits. Those things I work very well with. If you can handle rice, potatoes, and stuff like that, oatmeal, then I guess go ahead and eat those. But I think you should experiment, because I thought I did well with them, but I actually do way better without. I feel way better without them. So, don't eat processed garbage. Stay away from processed garbage and seed oils for the most part, 95% of the time or more. Stay away from that garbage. Number 2, start with a whole foods diet. Work your way to animal-based, to carnivore, to keto, to whatever. Figure out how you feel best and which style, and you'll see which style of diet suits you best. And number 3, for training, stick start with sticking carbs right around your training times. If you train in the morning, maybe have some maybe have some carbs after. Maybe not even any carbs before. I personally like to train at 5 a.m. fasted on an empty stomach. I like it that way. And once I figured out that I like it I'll never change. I love to train fasted. So moral of the story is experiment for yourself. Be your own scientist. And just see how you feel best. Quit taking advice from a bajillion different people. Oh, look at this guru and this influencer does this. And you can build muscle a bajillion different ways. You can build muscle eating chicken and rice. That doesn't mean it's the right way. All these vegan bodybuilders, they're building muscle eating freaking quinoa and rice and, a bunch of random garbage. So you can build muscle and look aesthetic eating a bunch of garbage processed food. You see it all over online. All these bodybuilders are eating junk food every single day, and they have very strong aesthetic physiques. You can eat like garbage and still look good, but it's up to you whether is looking good all I want, or do I want to feel absolutely amazing with a fire inside of me every single day. I have so much energy, clear skin, no brain fog, no bloating, no gut issues. I'm not on the toilet 4 times a day. So it just depends on what you want. So, go figure it out for yourself. If you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on the comments. Hit me up on TikTok. I'm always free to talk, and I'm always open to talk because I love I love talking about nutrition, health, training, and becoming the best version of yourself. So if you're interested in those things, hit me up, bro. Have a great day.